Hi, I'm Tanushki from Acknowledge Education. Today, I'm going to take you through the importance of play-based learning. Parents sometimes question whether play is just for fun or if it really leads to learning. This presentation will respond to those questions by showing how play connects directly to children's learning outcomes. Before I begin, I would like to pause for an important acknowledgement. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodian of the land on which we meet today. I pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging, and I honor the continuing contribution of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples to the education and care of young children. I'm very sure all of you have played as young children. But what does play really mean? Play is voluntary, enjoyable, and purposeful. It also imaginative, creative, and freely chosen. In fact, the United Nations recognizes play as a fundamental right for all children. Imagine a group of children given a collection of cardboard boxes, markers, and fabric scraps. At first, they scribble on them, then decided to make a bus. Soon, some are passengers, and one is the driver, and they are making up stories about where the bus is going. While it looks like fun, they are actually developing language, social, and problem solving skills. So now all you know, play is not just entertainment, it's how children learn. Play based learning is about exploring, imagining, and problem solving in ways that feel natural. For example, when children set up a pretend shop, they are not just playing. They are learning maths as they count money, and literacy as they read signs, and social skills as they take turns and negotiate. Block building is another example. While it looks simple, it's actually teaching balance, teamwork, and persistence. This idea comes straight from the early years learning framework in Australia. It reminds us that children learn best when activities are playful, meaningful, and engaging. When we look at play through theory, each perspective adds something unique. Parton showed that play develops socially, like children start by playing alone and gradually move towards playing cooperatively. When it comes to Piaget, he explained how play supports thinking, like when children sort blocks by size or color, they are building problem solving skills. When it comes to Vygotsky, he saw play as a social tool. When children create rules in pretend games, they are helping each other learn beyond what they could do alone. And Erickson highlighted how play builds identity and resilience. For example, when children role play family, they are practicing empathy and trust. Together, these theories show us that play develops the mind, emotions, and social skills all at the same time. Children play in many different ways as you can see in this slide, and each type support their growth. When it comes to physical play like climbing or dancing, it's build strength and coordination. Constructive play such as building with blocks or art encourage problem solving and creativity. When it comes to dramatic play, it's like pretending to be a doctor or parents. It helps children practice empathy and communication. When it comes to risky play, such as climbing a tree, builds resilience and confidence when supported safely. Symbolic play, like using a block as a phone, it's developed abstract thinking and early literacy. And imaginative play, such as creating stories about space travel, like that, it strengthens creativity and emotional expression. Often, those forms overlap, like when children build a castle and then pretend to be royalty. It's combining constructive, symbolic, and imaginative play all in one experience. We just explore the different ways children play, from building towers to pretending to be doctors. But what does all this add up to? Now let's look at why play is so significant and how it supports every area of a child's development. Play is significant because it supports holistic development. That means it supports every area of a child's development across physical, cognitive, social, emotional, and language domains. Physically, it builds strength, balance, and coordination. Cognitively, it develops creativity, memory, and problem solving, like when children build towers or invent rules for a game. Socially and emotionally, it teaches children how to cooperate, share, handle feelings, and bounce back when things don't go their way. When come to language, through language, they play expand vocabulary and prepare children for literacy. Like when they tell stories, negotiate roles, or chat with friends. So when children play, we are not just seeing fun. We are actually seeing growth across their bodies, minds, relationships, and language. We know play is powerful, but how do we actually make it happen in classrooms? One useful guide is the continuum of play, which now you can see in the slide. This is a simple way of looking at how play can be used in different ways. At one end, play can be therapeutic. For example, drawing to process big emotions. In the middle, there is a free play where children take the lead and explore. At the other end, there is playful learning where teachers generally guide play to connect it with learning goals. This continuum helps us as educators keep a balance, making sure play is both enjoyable and meaningful. When it comes to implementation, as an educator in my classroom, I would support play across this continuum. When it comes to symbolic play, it might look like a child using a block as a phone, building imagination and early literacy. When it comes to dramatic play, it could be role play in a supermarket, which develops language and cooperation. Risky play could happen outdoors, with climbing and balancing to build confidence and resilience. And constructive play might involve designing and building with blocks or recycled materials, encouraging persistence and problem solving. As an educator, my role is to observe, support, and gently guide. So, play stays fun but also leads to learning. So, these are the references. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you can see that play is not just about fun. It's about giving children the best start in life where learning is joyful and meaningful. Together, let's continue to make play the heart of every child's learning journey. Thank you so much.